Welcome back, everyone. So I want you guys to see the reaction from RUFAI as well as Dr. ABATI on Arise News concerning this trending video from Kwankwaso, where he said that TINUBU is using our resources to develop only the South and then neglect the North. Like, there have been a lot of reaction, misfeeling concerning this particular statement. People are now asking, like, where was Kwankwaso during Buhari's government? Like, why are they complaining now? This to show you that this opposition coalition we are hearing up and down is for the North. Like, these people are doing everything to grab this power from TINUBU and return it to the North. And this is a lesson to those people that are saying that Peter Obi should step down for Atiku. Like, what is the difference between Atiku and the TINUBU? Even though that most of us dislike the most of the policies, like policies TINUBU is making in this particular government, but TINUBU, Buhari, they're all the same. So Kwankwaso saying that TINUBU is only developing the South, like we are in the South. Okay, you can say in the Southwest because TINUBU is only giving his people positions in this his government. So if you are talking about South, you can say Southwest, then it's understandable. But saying South, where did the TINUBU even develop the South? So this is a lesson to these people that are saying that Peter Obi should step down for Atiku. Let it not become out of a frying pan into fire, because these Northerners are just running helter-skelter because they want the power. This is not all about Nigerians. We really need to be very, very careful, honestly. Talking about Peter Obi, so finally Peter Obi replies to Akpobholo, the governor of Edo State, who said that Peter Obi is supposed to, take permission from him before he can enter in Edo. My people, I just love, what Peter Obi said here, honestly. Let me allow you guys to watch the video and see what RUFAI as well as Dr. ABATI have to say concerning all this matter. Take a listen, my people.
Let's begin what's trending by taking reactions to the All Progressives Congress National Executive Committee meeting on Thursday, where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu appointed a new national chairman, Professor Nentawe Yilwata, who was serving as the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction. Speaking during the meeting, President Tinubu used the opportunity to urge opposition governors to defect to the ruling All Progressives Congress, describing the newly formed opposition coalition, the African Democratic Congress, as a coalition of confusion. Members to abandon the sinking ship and join the APC. Let's take a look before we take some reactions.
Nigerians are still complaining at grassroots. To you, the governors, you have to wet the grass more and lead the way in delivering progressive change to Nigerians. To renew the hope of Nigerians is clear. I want to thank and pray for the governors of our party. Today, I think, counting, we have 23, and still counting. More members are still coming. So if we accommodate the congresses till December, that is making room for those who are still coming. And it's not a bad idea to abandon the sinking ship and be absent from a coalition of confusions.
All right, this video went viral yesterday, by 32 governors and counting. He's welcoming more members into the APC. I'll take this tweet from, actually it's an Instagram post from Just the Vibes. They wrote, "They don't even talk about governance anymore. All they talk about is how to capture Nigeria and turn it into a tyranny, one-party state. You want to do one-party state like China? But can you abide by the same laws? Because China sends looters to their death, but you all give them new positions in government." That was tongue-in-cheek. Oh, I mean, obviously, that's what they do in China. But obviously, the president is not shying away from welcoming people, more people into the party. How many governors do we have now?
23.
we have to, no, I mean, in general, it's 37, right? So we have a few more to go. 36, of course. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, gosh, they're moving in that direction. It's interesting to note that conversation around a one-party state has died down. Remember, it was a talking point for a long time, a couple of months ago, but suddenly it has simmered down. But if you look at the fact that in the National Assembly, in the Senate specifically, you're sitting with 70 APC senators out of 109 seats available. Of course, 2 of those are vacant at the moment. So technically, APC currently holds a 2/3 majority. Of course, the official number is 73, but we're waiting for those 2 seats to be filled, Edo and I think it's Anambra. So it brings back that conversation about a one-party state. But you can't. You also can't blame the APC in its entirety, as much as they're being accused of coercing people to cross over. We're also not seeing that much resistance from the opposition governors either. The body language is that, well, as long as their personal needs are met, they're ready to do whatever they need to do and dance with whoever they need to dance to, so that personal ambitions can be fulfilled. And that's the unfortunate part. I saw the new chairman of APC last night being interviewed, and he was asked by the interviewer,
yes,
what's your ideology? Right? What do you say? What is your ideology? Are you centrist? Are you left to the center, right of the center? And he said progressive. And he said, okay, but is it more to the left, more to the right? And he said, our ideology is progressive.
It's renewed.
Yes, you know, so it just goes to show you that it's about elections, winning elections. Yes, the president is encouraging the governors and the sub-nationals to ensure that the goodness trickles down to the people. But I made a very important point earlier, which is that, well, we can't read the Governors of Riot Act to say let the people in the grassroots feel whatever goodness is happening is said to be happening. I need to add that. Is said to be happening in the economy when we have a ruling that gives local governments autonomy that has still not been implemented 1 year later, because the local government, that tier of government, is where the grassroots are really supposed to feel this humidity that the president is talking about. But all in all, I think it was a great day for APC, and wish them all the best.
All right. Well, before I come to you, Dr. Abati, meanwhile, young people trooped out in Plateau State to celebrate the appointment of Professor Nenwate Yilwada as the new national chairman of the All Progressives Congress. Professor Yilwada was a former governorship candidate of the APC in the state. Let's take a look. Do you have the video? Oh, I wish we had that video. I mean, we'll play it if it comes up. But Dr. Abati, obviously his appointment, which was nominated by Governor Hope Uzodinma and seconded by Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, is seen as a strategic move to unite and strengthen the party, especially as it prepares for future election. As we've discussed already, he is a Christian from the North Central Zone, and also, helps the party project inclusivity, given that the religious backgrounds of the president and the vice president. And I mean, let's just take a look at that video where young people trooped out to celebrate his appointment. Omologo, we love this song. Go Asiwaju, Omologo. I mean, what is Omologo?
It's not Omologo.
It's
Omologo.
Omologo.
Omologo means a child of grace, a child of glory.
Right.
Omologo.
Omologo. What a strategic appointment, isn't it, Dr. Abati?
Okay, one. It should be expected that the APC, the ruling party, will reorganize its affairs in the face of the onslaught of the opposition, known as the ADC. So what they have done is they're trying to re-strategize. Now, in that regard, they now have a Christian chairman of the party, who is from Plateau State, from the north central part of the country, to replace the former chairman of the party, who is from the northwest. That's Ganduje. And as I had predicted, I said they will find something for Ganduje. They found something for him. They made him chairman, I think, of the board of the Aviation Authority Fund. You know, they put him there. So now they've appointed one person. The first thing we need to look at is the persona. Ganduje was a very, frontal, aggressive, loyalist, I don't want to use the word sycophantic supporter of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But now they have another person, former Minister of the Humanitarian Affairs, who was here, who attended, this very program, who came across as somebody, much sober, much calmer, and, we would like to see how it turns out as chairman of the party. But the major challenge facing the APC will be unity within its ranks, will be also how they address the challenge of this grand coalition of opposition that has emerged. Now, he was nominated by Hope Uzodinma. He was seconded, that motion was seconded by Tajuddin Abbas,
yes.
Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, yes. Dr. Abbas, Speaker of the House of Representatives. And the expectation within the party is that it will be a unifying force. Correct. Now, the second thing is that, okay, apart from the new chairman expressing gratitude and all of that, within the context of that event, Tajuddin Abbas called ADC a coalition of desperate people. APC as a confused party that has internal problems. Labour Party as a party that is also embroiled in crisis. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in his own statement, says that these are confusionists. However, what we must stress is that this is a democracy. In a democracy, there is room for the opposition. In 2027, the major challenge that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu faces is to make sure that the Nigerian people are the ones who decide.
Right.
So we are not interested in the rhetoric of political parties. We are more interested in how the people decide. Number three, the APC has decided to reorganize itself by changing the post. They now have a chairman from the North Central. They have now decided that the North Central should also have the position of the legal advisor. Now, the position of the Deputy National Secretary. The legal advisor has been moved to another zone. The members of the National Working Committee, they've been told they can survive for the next 1 year. So this is a party reorganizing itself. How that works out, whatever their machinations or calculations, it is the people of Nigeria that should be empowered in 2027 for us to decide the future of this country.
Let the people
so it's not the future of APC, it's the future of Nigeria that is paramount.
Well said. In another development, Rabiu Kwankwaso, former governor of Kano State and 2023 presidential candidate for the new Nigeria's People's Party on Thursday, accused the federal government of prioritizing resource allocation and infrastructural development in one region of the country, specifically the South, while neglecting the North. Speaking at a dialogue on the 2025 constitutional amendment in Kano, Kwankwaso also criticized what he called a lopsided allocation of the national budget. He cited his recent difficult road trip from Abuja to Kano, highlighting the deplorable state of northern roads compared to the perceived progress in southern infrastructure. He also argued that this imbalance contributes to insecurity and poverty in the north. Let's take a look.
Let me say at this point that we support infrastructure anywhere in this country. In fact, I was telling myself that I wished that road was done before 2023 election, because I was the only aspirant or candidate who traveled to all nooks and corners across this country. I would have used that road. So we support roads everywhere and any other thing that is good for the people, especially for the masses. But a situation where government is taking our resources and dumping it in what part of the country, and other parts of the country are left just like that, I don't believe that is the right thing to do by the government itself. And this is the time for the government to change, to convince our people that the government is not just on one side of the country.
All right. I mean, this is a valid concern, RUFAI OSENI. But, you know, it has gotten, you know, a lot of reactions. And I'll take one before I come to you. This is from Amos Osime, who wrote on X, "While I may support Tinubu, Kwankwaso's divisive rhetoric and tribal antagonism hinder Nigeria's progress. It's notable he didn't raise similar concerns during Buhari's presidency. The sense of entitlement among some northern politicians could exacerbate divisions and potentially lead to the country's fragmentation. One possible solution could be for Tinubu to consider restructuring towards regional governance, reducing the central government's allure and power struggles." And I think for me, that really hit the nail on the head with this conversation. Your thoughts?
We can take another story so that I can do
no, this is
together
for
because
this
of time.
Kwankwaso.
Okay, for Kwankwaso. See, Oji, we all know the politics that gets played in this country. And you see, that's why this thing about the region the president comes from matters a lot. It's not supposed to be the case in Nigeria, but we've bastardized our political system so much and our ethos. And that's why you were talking about when they asked the chair of the APC, what's the ideology of the party? They can't tell you because there's no ideology. The only ideology of politicians in Nigeria is to grab power, use it for yourself, your family members, and people around you, so that you can get a political cult following, get as much money as you can, and save for the rainy day where you have to launch for a political attempt again. That's the only ideology of every Nigerian politician. What he's saying now is he feels because President Tinubu is from the south, we're having projects like Coastal Road, we're having other major projects in the south, 15 trillion worth. They will look and say, why can't that pass through us? But the same people have nothing to say when President Buhari did a Kanu Maradi line.
Those were the questions.
That a lot of us argued here. There was nothing wrong with it. When most of the infrastructure and the projects were done in parts of the north, there was nothing wrong with it. But here they feel, oh, he's doing Coastal Road, he's doing this. He said the infrastructure is way better. Where are the roads in the southwest? Try traveling. I travel a lot on the highway. The Benin-Shagamu interchange is not any better.
Yeah.
The road that had problems around the Lishon area is still as terrible as no man's business. So where is the so-called infrastructure in the southwest that they are doing, that they claim that they are doing? We are all caught in this quagmire of bad roads in the country, spanning across close to the over 200,000 kilometers of roads we have. It's mostly bad, in deplorable condition. So this idea to regionalize it and say, oh, Tinubu is doing a lot in the south, they are doing everything, and he's telling it to a captive audience, that's not the way to go. But that's the game politicians play when it's close to politics, period. So him that is trying to talk as if we have the best of roads in this. On the stretch, when you look at quality of road in some other parts of this country, it's probably even better than where he's claiming that the south has a very good stretch of road.
Yes.
Is it not the same south we are? Don't we do road trips in this country? I mean, I do a lot of road trips.
I know you do.
I don't know of you.
I know you do.
You get.
Yes.
So there's nothing there. It's just this north and south divide. But you see, Nigeria will never move forward as long as we don't put competence on the table in the north and south divide. Maybe in our lifetime or in our children's lifetime, we will be able to have people that will say beyond this. But it will continue. If a northern leader gets in there tomorrow, somebody from the south will come the next minute and say the same thing. It's this ding-dong affair, but it doesn't move Nigeria forward.
30 seconds.
What are we dealing with here? We're dealing with the politics of ethnicity and geography, the north-south divide. Now, when the Western press says, oh, Nigeria is where north versus south and all that, we don't like it. We try to correct them and say, no, the country is not that homogeneously divided. But the truth of the matter is that some people, politicians, political leaders, they piggyback on politics of geography and also religion and also ethnicity. Now, Dr. Kwankwaso was speaking at the dialogue, constitutional dialogue in Kano, and it was at that forum that he made that point. Number one, he says in the allocation of budget, that budget allocation favors one part of the country against the other. It did not provide the evidence. That's the kind of thing that can cause problems in the country. As a statesman, I think that you should not talk about lopsided allocation of national budget without having the right evidence. Two, he talked about routes. He said he traveled from Abuja to Kaduna, Kano, to wherever, and Kano to Kaduna to Abuja, and that the roads were bad. The roads are also bad in other parts of the country. But what we can say is not to play ethnic politics.
That is it.
Is to say that the government should be committed. After all, the Ministry of Works says they are doing so many roads. And then he had the very, emotional beef, more or less, about the Lagos-Calabar highway.
Yes.
And
But also
says,
I heard that there is a new proposal that they're asking for more money for that highway. I heard about $47 million.
Yes. That was in an application to the House of Representatives
for the coastal highway,
by President TINUBU.
Right.
It's about variation.
Yes.
He's saying that, okay, variation, the money has gone up. So, again, Lagos-Calabar highway, there is no way it will be used only by Southerners. It's a long stretch of road in Nigeria. All of us will use it. So we should not play politics with infrastructure. President TINUBU has said, oh, he's interested in infrastructure development and all that. We may not agree with the fact that the administration is trying to borrow more money. They have even sent another application to borrow more money.
Yes, I saw that.
And they are saying, oh, the threshold that we have reached is 50%, whereas the UN-regulated threshold is 56%. Must you borrow everything so that my great-grandchildren will be the ones to pay for it?
This is it.
So these are the questions that we raise.
All right.
So if they say borrow till 56%, then you say, we have not borrowed enough. And then the money is not used for productivity.
Come on.
Those are the kind of points that can be made. But this north-south politics, I think that Dr. Kwankwaso should rise above that as a statesman.
Dr. Kwankwaso, please try traveling for Warri to Benin and see the state of the road that is saying is very good in the south. You should just try Warri to Benin. Dr. ABATI, my reply to you, is it your borrowing? What is your is it your borrowing? If they let them borrow everything.
Well, all right.
I was just kidding.
Well, all right. We'll take another story now. Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate, Peter Obi, has dismissed Edo's state governor, Monday Akpobholo's warning to seek security clearance before visiting his state as baseless and politically motivated. Speaking during a visit to his alma mater, Christ the King College in Onitsha, Anambra State, Obi emphasized that his visits are driven by a desire to invest in people and uplift communities through education and healthcare. He criticized Governor Akpobholo for politicizing acts of charity, stating that the governor should instead complement his actions. Let's take a look.
The opportunity to go to Benin and make any donation, will you still? Oh yes, every day. Trust me, I will go to Benin. Despite the threats? No, there's no threat. All those things are, like I said, it doesn't make any meaning to me. You know how many times I'm threatened all over Nigeria? I receive threats every day, actually. The ones you're hearing is vocal. I receive threats every day, and I'm everywhere. We should stop talking about politics and talking about stress and waste of time. What I want us to always be talking about, how do we build a better future for our society? Our society is not going to work by threatening people. Our society is going to work by investing in people. I went to Benin to invest in a better life of the people of Edo State. Because if they have good nurses, good doctors, they'll live a better life. What the governor should have done is to complement what I'm doing in his state. He should actually be sincerely grateful that I'm working with him.
And this is the point. The governor should be sincerely grateful that people are coming into his state to work with him to develop such, critical infrastructure or critical places in our society. School, healthcare. I believe he donated in Anambra State about, 15 million again? Your thoughts on that?
I think it's a reminder that we need to just be really careful about localizing our outlook. We're coming from the statements from Kwankwaso where he's saying that, the North. Now you have a governor who's saying, my state. No. We have to remember that all of these are subcategories of the bigger geographical expression that is Nigeria. So anybody should be welcome to do any activity that uplifts any Nigerian anywhere in the state. Now, I'm happy to see him exhibit what RUFAI earlier called stubborn righteousness. Righteous stubbornness.
Yes.
And that's the criticism that I was making earlier, or rather, people were making earlier about the new chairman of the APC, Nentawe Yewata, to say that this man is a gentleman. Can he bring the gra-gra when he needs to? And Peter Obi, in the same breath, we can say he's a gentleman.
Yes.
He's always very gentle and calm. But it's good to see that when there's the need for that gra-gra, because this gentleman thing, unfortunately, in our politics, it doesn't get you very far. You need to be able to become a bit rugged when the need calls for it. So I'm glad to see that he's not deterred. I'm glad to see that he's, persisting with his work. And let's keep going. Let more people join in and do their own part in whichever part of the country they so desire, because they have every single right to. Nobody can stop
Well said. Acts of charity should not be
Peter Obi. He
politicized.
Said, I wrote it down. He says, our society is not going to work by threatening people.
Yes.
Our society is going to work by investing in people.
This is it.
I went to Benin to invest in a better life for the people. Peter Obi.
That is it.
And I think that should be the message
to
everyone that is involved. The second message is I visited CKC Onitsha. That's one of the best schools in this country at a time. When I arrived at the University of Calabar, the students of CKC Onitsha, they were walking like this. Very proud,
and very nice uniforms.
Very confident. They will tell you, I'm from CKC Onitsha. But we did battle. I was able to beat all of them.
Really?
To the first prize. That's a school that has a great history. I hope they have sustained that tradition. Right. They have sustained that tradition of excellence in CKC Onitsha. One of the best schools in this country at a time.
Yes.
But everything in Nigeria has gone south.
Yes.
But I hope that's not the case with CKC Onitsha.
And it's a good thing. He's gone back to his alma mater.
This is it.
It's a good thing. He's going back to his alma mater.
Yes. We know his school. That's what you're saying. But I'm glad that he's not deterred. And like he said, acts of charity should not be politicized like this. I mean, there was no need for all of that rancor. We'll take another story now. Reports are alleging that the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has allegedly repurposed land administration to enrich his family, as reported by online media publication The People's Gazette, continue to trend, although Arise News has not been able to independently verify the story. Senator representing the Federal Capital Territory, Ireti Kingibe, last week made similar allegations, accusing the FCT minister of illegally granting massive land allocation waivers to his sons. Kingibe made the allegation during an interview on Arise Primetime, claiming that Wike's sons received land allocations where the required fees were drastically reduced from 200 million naira to 2 million naira within 48 hours. She described the actions as unethical, unfair, and illegal, stating that she possesses documented evidence to support her claims. Wike spokesman Larry Olayinka, in his right of reply, challenged the senator to provide evidence to back her claims. Let's take a look.
She claimed here that the minister allocated land to his children. And I'm saying it here that there is no single allocation to any of the children of the FCT minister.
Well, she says she has documents.
That is what I'm saying. That is why I'm saying here that I'm challenging her here to produce those documents.
Or you can go
there
to
have
court.
been two publications.
You can go to
no,
you can take her to court if you want.
We won't dignify her for that. But let me also say this.
Yeah.
There are two publications. One came up, the minister allocated land to Joak Farm Nigeria Limited. And in the story, it was mentioned that the land was allocated to one of the sons of the minister by name Joaquin. Because you have a man, you have a child whose name is Joaquin. When you now see Joak Farm automatically now belongs to Joaquin. And that publication also said that of 2,080 hectares of land were allocated to that minister's son in Asokoro and Maitama. The entire Asokoro and Maitama Abuja put together is not up to the two districts are not up to 2,000
well,
square
to be entirely fair,
they're not up
to be fair, I'm not sure that was what she was referring to.
There you have it, a replay of Larry Olayinka's right of reply to Senator Ireti Kingibe as it pertains her allegations against FCT minister. Again, Arise News has not been able to independently verify the claims made by the People's Gazette.
So that is it, my people. I hope you heard everything they said here, which I believe that especially RUFAI, has spoken the minds of many Nigerians. Like the Northerners, most of them, they are selfish. These people, they are just after power. They just want to grab power. They just want the power to return to the North. It's not all about taking power from Tinubu. It's all about Nigerians, like someone that has Nigeria at heart, not just somebody that just wants to grab power or people that just want the power to return to the North. No, Nigerians cannot allow that to happen. Just as everyone is saying, instead of the power to return to the North, like let Tinubu continue, honestly. Let Tinubu continue. I'm talking about response from P2B to this particular statement from a governor of Edo State. I just love everything P2B said. Like if he's in a same country, like this particular governor supposed to commend P2B for the good work he's doing in his state. But not that, they just want to make sure that every state they know that P2B won election in 2023. So they're trying everything possible in order to prevent that from happening in 2027, which is not how it's supposed to be. Like, let people just decide who they want to vote. So, my people, that is it. As I bring this update to you guys. I hope you truly enjoy watching. Do wait to subscribe for more updates and also turn on the post notification bell on so that anytime I upload any video, you'll be notified. Share the video, leave your thoughts in the comment section and give it a like. I will see you guys in my next update. Goodbye for now.
Welcome to Shammer